Hello everyone and welcome back to Octopath Traveler. I've decided not to do any leveling now. We will instead kind of rush towards getting the next party member and then we'll do the leveling. Because experience is not split from what I can tell.
Now, I must find out all I can about From the Far Reaches of Hell. My erstwhile colleague Odette knows more about arcane studies than anyone I know. Last I heard, she sojourned in Quarry Quest. I should begin my journey there.
Actually, I'm going to quickly go and rest in the inn to restore my MP on Ophelia. Everyone else is basically fine, but 50 MP, or 56 MP she's missing, that would be 2 of those inspiriting plum items to restore MP, which is a lot more expensive than the 80-something money I spent to sleep at the inn. Right, now before I forget, I should also be able to... Oh, I can actually also buy a new skill for Ophelia. So, I'm going to go for Heal More, which can come in handy, and yeah, skills, the JP cost to buy new skills get higher and higher, obviously. So, I want to get this now, so if I need it at some point, I already have it. Because Revive and Sheltering Veil don't seem so important. And Cyrus can now learn Lightning Bolt. We have Inner Strength, which gives Ophelia another 50 maximum SP, which is really nice. Yeah, I should have probably done this before resting, because now she's missing 50 SP again, but nah, what can you do? Didn't really, didn't remember that she was getting this support skill. And I wasn't aware that she was going to get a new skill now at all. So I think when I cut out the fights, I'll basically take you back when we get to this victory screen. Because there's not really much going on here. If it's an interesting fight, I'll keep it in, but generally speaking, I think this way you still get to see my characters if they level up or gain a new... gain enough skill points to buy new, enough JP to buy a new skill, stuff like that. But you basically, yeah, I can make this a lot quicker for you. And a chest, 500 gold, or money, or whatever. Because there's no way to know what the game actually wants its currency to be called. Yeah.
Letting my arrow fly
I don't know what
true.
to call it. So yeah, as I said, the game doesn't really name its currency in-game, so I will probably go back and forth between calling it gold, or just money, or gil, maybe. Just deal with it.
There is no choice.
I'll leave this fight in because we
Letting
get
the
some
hunt
new
begin.
enemies now. So we've changed areas. We're now in this sort of coastal region, palm trees, rocks, coastal caves, and all that stuff. So as I said, gonna leave some stuff in. Let's just, you know, actually use some of these beasts I summoned.
Interesting dilemma.
Why not? Let's see, lightning bolt.
All light, smite them
Nice.
down.
My turn now. May the sacred flame shine forth.
Sorcery.
Oh, I got poisoned. What's it cost me to capture this thing? I just get skill lunge, you get skill attack all. But I think I will replace my forest ratkin.
My turn now. There!
What is the logical course of action?
My turn now.
So poison did exactly 1 tick of damage. That seems a bit stupid. Yep, let's summon Miles. Oh, that was quick. And that was just a fight against enemies you've already seen.
Time to teach you a lesson.
Ah, nice, these are new.
Come in, if thou darest.
Random flying fish and those,
What is
I
the
don't know,
logical course of
seabirdian
action?
things. I don't know what they are supposed to be, kind of bird
All light, smite
people,
them
I guess.
down.
Let's just
Well
call
then.
them bird person.
Yeah.
Right.
What next?
An interesting dilemma. Oh, ice, pierce them through.
I'll not be defeated. Yeah.
Oh.
I am not made for such
I was
battles.
actually going to try and capture that. But it turned out to have less HP than I thought. Are we looking for skills? Yes, I can learn Analyze on Cyrus. This reveals HP and 1 weakness of a single foe, which can come in really handy. And he has now learned Evasive Maneuvers as a support skill, which reduces the number of random encounters we get, which is nice. I will turn this off when leveling, of course, but while I'm just normal playing, not playing normally, whatever, I'll leave it on because I have to do less editing then. And in terms of levels, we're still doing perfectly fine. I'm not struggling right now. And here we are. Got to level up on Ophelia and Cyrus. I think this was pretty high danger level. Actually, no. I'm thinking of something else. This is just nothing. Now we go to East Ripple-Tide Coast. Ripple-Tide always reminds me of my Magic the Gathering days. When in one of the editions I was playing, there was something called the Riptide Project. Don't ask me any more about this. The lore of Magic is pretty retarded, but the name kind of stuck with me. Right, but this is already the town where we get to meet our next party member. And is there anything here we want to buy? I guess I could get a quartz rod for Cyrus to improve his elemental attack. Of course, round shield for everyone. Bronze vest would help as well. Black attire. Increased evasion. It's technically not bad. But I think for now I'm just gonna sell my old rope. Not that it gives me much, but... yeah, that's fine. I don't really need the equipment right now. Provisioner just sells the normal stuff. I'm gonna get these status herb things, just a few, in case it comes in handy. So far I've gone through the game very well by just ignoring status conditions in general. None of them ever seem to really matter much, but maybe that will change. And here's the inn where you could sleep. Another chest. This is a merchant town, right? So you obviously get lots of free stuff from chests just standing around. It's not really a merchant town, but it's where we meet the merchant NPC, or party member rather. So, yeah, I think we can get through some of this. It's getting fairly anime here, but it's still not as bad as Ophelia, I think. Anyway, we're still going to hear the beginning of her tale.
Well, the shop ain't gonna stock itself.
That yawn dialogue. It just displayed the same sort of cursor thing that tells me I can skip it or I can move on now. But it just skipped itself. That's really weird. None of the other dialogue does that.
Morning, Ma. Morning, Pa.
Morning, Tressa. Looks like our #1 employee is ready for another day of work.
It's also your only employee.
Sure am. And I'll start by stocking up the store.
It's also your daughter.
Hold your seahorses, little lady. Tell me, what are the 3 things a merchant needs most?
They need to be smiley, mannerly, and early. Thought you had me, didn't you?
You're too clever for me, Tressa. Now off you go.
Leave it to me, Pa.
Be careful out there, Tressa. Oh, those pirates have been causing trouble around the tavern lately. If you see them, you make sure to keep a wide berth, you hear?
Got it, Ma. Be back in 2 ripples of the tide.
There she goes. She reminds me of myself when I was that age. Always running off somewhere, wanting to prove myself a full-fledged merchant.
Don't flatter yourself, dear. Our Tressa is something special.
Okay, speak with the fisherman.
Oh!
Oh, this doesn't get voice acted. Okay. Here, there were 2 people standing in front of the stall when I entered the cutscene, and then suddenly there's only 1. So, I think this is a general issue you get a lot in JRPGs. Even some other RPGs, but there's a massive disconnect between storytelling and cutscenes, and the actual gameplay.
Hmm. I can give you this much.
Huh?
Hmm.
All right.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Not bad.
Yeah. Apparently this is the first time they've done business, despite this being one of, what, 2 stalls? And she never having left it. Never mind.
Yeah! All right!
Okay, so Tressa's path action is that she's able to purchase items from people. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. I don't know if this is something that can even fail. You can talk to this guy and say, you know, purchase. And then he has some items he can sell me. Sometimes, from what I've seen, this is cheaper than buying it from a normal store. For example, these healing grapes, they only cost 35. I think they cost 50 normally, and the inspiriting plums usually cost 240. But yeah, I don't know how this will develop as the game goes on, if this will be really useful or more of a random thing. Like these herbs, I think they usually cost 30, so this is not that relevant, but you know, the option's there. Anyway, this is the guy we actually need to purchase stuff from for the story. Sells a bottle of wine for 50.
Another day, another deal.
Oh,
A deal so good, it was practically a steal.
now we're getting voice acting again. Because reasons.
This ought to liven up our little shop. Our little shop. Just me, Ma, and Pa. If I don't take over, who will? The ocean is so vast. What lies...
Drop anchor!
I haven't seen that ship around here.
What a dreary town. But it carries a delectable scent. Its cuisine may be promising. What's the matter, lass? You look like a fish out of water.
Is this a trading ship?
Indeed, and I am its captain.
Well, Captain, The name's Tressa. I'm a merchant in this town.
A pleasure to meet you.
I'm sure you have all kinds of neat cargo on board. Say, would you mind if I take a peek? I'd love to see what you've brought from overseas.
You have a true merchant's eye, lass. You gaze at a simple trading ship as if it were made of solid gold. Alas, I only allow passage to those I trust.
Aww. What was that? I'll go check it out.
Busy as a bream, that one.
Okay, I think this is a good point to end this episode. We should be fine, and next time we'll get to see the rest of Tressa's introductory scenes, and we might get at least some ways into her tutorial. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.